Let me ask you something. Can you understand English but can't speak it fluently? If the answer is yes, don't worry, you're not alone. I receive countless messages and emails from students who share this common frustration. It's annoying, right? You've studied English for hours, days and years, but when you try to speak, the words just escape you. Your grammar, pronunciation and vocabulary seem to just disappear. Well, don't worry, I've got your back. In this video, we will tackle this very problem. I'll be your guide on the journey to overcoming these challenges in spoken English. And by the end of the video, you will have the practical tools and confidence needed to speak English fluently and freely. Now, why can you understand English but can't speak it fluently? Why does this happen? Well, let me know if you can relate to this situation. Hey, what have you been up to today? Should I use the present simple? He did say today. Or maybe the present perfect continuous. Yeah. I've been planning my trip to London. Oh, great. Is it your first time? This is a general experience, so I should use the present perfect. So have and the past participle. Cool. I've been to London one time before. Have you been to London or been in London? What preposition should I use? Have you been in London? Have you been to London? Sorry, I have to go. This is something I've said time and time again, and I really believe it's the right approach. Focus on fluency, not perfection or accuracy. What I mean is, when you're having a natural conversation, the main aim is to communicate, even if you do it in a simple way. The crucial point is to be understood, not praised as a grammar genius. Look, you need to start feeling at ease with making errors. If you refrain from conversing with others due to the fear of making mistakes, you will miss out on many valuable learning experiences. Of course, nobody wants to make mistakes. It's embarrassing and can dent your confidence. However, stepping out of your comfort zone and making mistakes while speaking is genuinely one of the finest ways to enhance your fluency. And if you can, not everybody can, but if you can, try to have a sense of humor about it. View this as a chance to laugh with yourself, not at yourself, with yourself. For example, my wife is from Peru and her mother tongue is Spanish, and some of our funniest memories originate from errors that I've made while speaking Spanish with her. I could easily become defensive about it, but instead, I choose to see it as a funny moment that I could tell my other Spanish-speaking friends. Sometimes, when you don't take life so seriously, it can be extremely liberating. Now, one thing to remember is that communication is key, and one great way to improve the way you communicate is through being able to paraphrase. What is paraphrasing? Well, paraphrasing is expressing the meaning of something. It could be written or spoken, and you use different words, especially to achieve clarity. Let's imagine you read something like this. If you're going to South America, you've got to check out Brazil. It's the largest, most populated country on the continent. Plus, the rich culture and bustling cities will ensure your trip is exciting. You can understand everything it says, but it doesn't feel natural when you want to say it. Maybe you want to explain what you have read to a friend in English. Well, what you need to do is to go to Quillbot and copy the sentence or paragraph into their paraphrasing tool. Go to Simple at the top of the box and click this magic button, Rephrase. Brazil is a must-see if you're going to South America. It has the most people and is the largest country on the continent. Also, the diverse culture and busy towns will make sure that your trip is fun. Now you have a more simplified version of what you want to describe while still maintaining the meaning of the previous paragraph. This will help you to focus on communicating an idea and strengthen your level of fluency. On top of that, this simplified version will help you to better understand the longer or more complicated expressions from the first paragraph. Quillbot can also help you to paraphrase in a more formal way. This could be very useful if you need to write an email at work in English. You just need to click the Formal tab and then write in your email, and again click that magic Rephrase button. Now you will see that you have a more professional sounding email, which your boss is obviously going to love. For those of you who are too lazy to copy and paste, don't worry, you can add Quillbot as a Chrome extension so it will be there automatically when you're writing an email. If you want to try Quillbot for free, click the link in the description below. Another technique that I think is really effective to improve fluency is talking to yourself. I have mentioned this before in another video about how to think in English, and it works here too because your inner voice, the voice you have in your head, is the same as the one you use when you speak. This is something I actually did myself while learning Spanish and Japanese. It is one of the simplest and most effective ways to improve your language skills. Simply having an inner conversation with yourself, and you can start right away for free. It might feel a bit unusual at first, but it's truly remarkable how well talking to yourself can enhance fluency. Besides, you do it unconsciously all the time in your native language, so why not do it in English? Try giving your inner voice an English alter ego and start talking to yourself in your head. When you feel more confident, you can speak aloud. This is also highly recommended because it allows you to practice producing new sounds and feeling how words form and shape in your mouth. However, starting with the inner narration is a great way to begin, especially in situations where many people are around. This subtle adjustment can really increase your English usage throughout the day, particularly when you don't have anyone to practice speaking with or can't afford a tutor. If you try this, but you still find it difficult, grab a notebook and keep a diary of your daily activities. Writing is a nice way to strengthen your inner voice because you can process your thoughts at a slower pace when you're writing, as well as being able to visualize the words. But my life is so boring. Look, you don't need to write about an exciting life like someone jumping out of an aeroplane or going to parties every night. It's not about what you write, it's about having the ability to process your thoughts in another language. Anyway, most of the conversations you have with your friends or family are pretty mundane, they're pretty boring, about school, work, or your hobbies. When British people talk in English, we talk about those typical everyday things too. This is probably what you're going to talk about when you make English-speaking friends. Personally, I like to keep a diary with a notebook. However, if you don't want to carry it around with you, or you're the kind of person that will leave it somewhere and forget it, there are loads of apps that you can download. You could use your Notes app, or even program your smartwatch to record your voice. Like the famous saying goes, practice makes perfect. And I know what you're thinking, Chris, how can I practice my speaking skills? No one where I live speaks English. Well, that may be true, but you need to make the most of technology. Language exchange platforms like Tandem and HelloTalk are places where you can find native English speakers who want to learn your language. You simply just tell the platform what language you want to learn, as well as what your native language is. And they will show you a list of possible English-speaking friends. Also, if you're a shy learner, online interactions offer a more comfortable space to practice without the fear of judgment. You can send each other voice notes, for example, to gradually gain the confidence to express yourself fluently in face-to-face conversations. The main thing to remember when trying to improve any skill is to do a little bit, but often. I would recommend that you try to speak with your speaking partner for 30 minutes every day in English. This will build a really good habit of speaking in English, and with this type of consistency, you will start to notice how easily you find it having a conversation in English. Shadowing. What is shadowing? Shadowing basically means copying other English speakers. It's imitation. Whether you're actively learning new words or just casually watching a video, repeat what you hear. No need to worry about grammar, verb tenses, or sentence structures at this point. Just focus on echoing the words and sounds that you hear. Now, why is shadowing so good for fluency? Shadowing focuses on improving word stress and pronunciation, making your English sound more authentic and native-like. The more authentic you feel while speaking, the more confident you will be in English, and the less likely you are to hesitate while having a conversation. On top of that, shadowing helps you to understand English speakers more easily. As you try to imitate their speech patterns, your ears become finely tuned to subtle nuances, improving your listening comprehension in real life. Now let's talk about how you can start shadowing today. First, find a native speaker that you enjoy listening to. It could be a celebrity, a podcast host, your favorite YouTuber. Make sure to choose videos or audio materials that captivate your interest. Choosing to listen to topics that interest you will motivate you more. After that, pay close attention to how they form their sounds and try to mimic them precisely. Start slow and progress gradually. So basically, begin with short segments and gradually increase the difficulty. Okay, so that's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and now you feel a little bit more confident having conversations in English. Just remember to try and implement those 5 steps and I'm sure that your fluency will improve in no time at all. If you want to keep practicing your English today, click this video here. Click it now. Go, it will help you. And if you like this video, smash the like button. I'll see you next time.